Namaskar, all of you. A warm welcome and good afternoon to from my end. And as I mentioned, I cannot see my panel at the back, because of this. So there's a disclaimer down which says that my personal views are expressed in the talk, and I will try, Pritika, to complete it in 10 minutes. I thank Vishal and the entire organizing team. The topic focused is building capacity and capability to support biopharma innovations. So a little bit about CDSA. CDSA is an extramural unit of Translation Health Science and Technology Institute. You can see our facility in Delhi NCR area, created by Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. Only public agency in the country to work for as a organization, as an agency for training or capacity building, work with public sector institutions, SMEs to translate innovative technologies for medical products for public good. So these are something little bit flashback about capacity and capability. I'll speak about past, present, and future quickly. This is our scoreboard card. I joined somewhere here, and organization actually became functional here. It was born in 2009. Till this stage, there were only two people, which includes me. So there was I and somebody else, which had to cover this journey. From here, we are three, including me, and here we are four. So you can see we are having an incremental growth. This all includes me. So we are having this many approx face-to-face programs, which is very tough without the help of great faculties. So I always say sabka saath, sabka vikas, and sabka vishwas. Without that, this journey is not possible. So this is something face-to-face work stature. This is some footprints that we have left or we have covered. There are many to cover. Now you can see Nepal and Sri Lanka also face-to-face programs, but you will see we have covered all the neighboring countries as well as all India's friendly countries along with the DBT's initiative of INSEPI. So these are some of the programs that we did when we realized in 2013 the regulations came and there were a lot of issues related to clinical trials. Now, clinical trial is a topic which I think so majority of the people now know, all thanks to COVID. But this is the field we have been working for 2-3 decades now, and we felt that this regulation is one of the bottleneck, and if people are not trained, they might be unknowingly committing those mistakes. So we started, these are all free programs. So we started a program which was covering around 15 cities across nation. And that actually had huge effect, as we believe, into strengthening the regulatory requirements for institutional ethics committee. We have been working with the regulators very closely, and because of regulators' support and trust and strength, we initiated a program all supported by DBT through BIRAC, is the Meet the Regulators, where there was a platform in different areas where people could come. They're all mostly free programs where you can ask your question to the regulators, and we ensure that nobody returns home with their questions unanswered. We also started having regulatory pathway maps, booklets made available to them. Then the ethical guidelines was released by ICMR in 2017. So with ICMR, we had a national dissemination series covered across the nation. Then same stem cell research guideline, which is from our own department. So ICMR and Department of Biotechnology, we had this national dissemination covered. These were all free programs. Then when the COVID struck, this is very recently, we thought that with the new normal, maybe we can connect with our huge participants database and solve many of the queries. So we started something called Wednesday webinar with CDSA, close to a dozen of programs with 10,000 plus participants in totality. It is an ongoing feature which is continuing. With the help of INSEPI mission, we supported by BIRAC and Department of Biotechnology, from October to December, we conducted a series of programs, 10 series programs for all neighboring countries. So this is not strengthening yourself, but strengthening your neighborhood. So this was a unique initiative, a very successful one. And 2019, we launched the online course in SWAYAM portal, which is Ministry of HRD, and inaugurated by DCGI and our secretary DBT. And this was a game changer for us because we developed the online course, which is by CDSA with CDSU and ICMR. And this course is free of cost, available over the SWAM portal. So you can see more than around 6, 7,000, 8,000 participants have been working, have been enrolled in that. These are some of the glimpses of the photographs. It are in two areas. One is the regulatory requirements for conducting clinical trials in India using new drug, investigational new drug, as well as medical devices and in vitro diagnostics in India. So these are when the new drugs and clinical trials rules were released in 2019 March, CDSA conducted again a free program, which is face-to-face program, solving all question answers. And this was a photograph you can see of participants who had attended this program. So then this is as per the Niti Aayog's recommendation. CDSA conducted a program for accelerating innovations, and this was spread across north, south, east, west, and that's how we interacted with many people. And the impact assessment of this entire training was done by Quality Council of India. So this was done with the Department of Biotechnology and CDSU and funded by BIRAC and DPT. This is we work very closely with the ICMR, and these are several GCP and GCLP programs that we keep conducting. And these are some of the glimpses where there was no COVID, but we all connected, all the ICMR institutes, 7 institutes connected over online, and this course was directly relayed from ICMR headquarters. Training conducted by us. Then with the National Biopharma Mission, we have been working very closely. Last year, we completed around 7 modules, all NBM beneficiaries from August to October. This is something which we are doing presently. This course is which I mentioned in SWAM portal is running course. It's an AICTE approved faculty development program. Anybody who is interested to know about how to conduct clinical trials in India using investigational drug or new drugs like vaccines, all vaccines are new drugs, they can go and enroll, and this course is absolutely free of cost. If you want a certificate, there is some 1,000 rupees fees that you have to pay, and you have to give the exam on, it's a face-to-face exam, entirely controlled by IIT Madras. So this is another program which we have tomorrow. Every Friday we have this program, which is round 2. It's called Strengthening Clinical Trials Research Capacity in India's Friendly Countries. Now we see that you have migrated from neighboring to MENA region to African region and Vietnam, Myanmar, Kenya. So there are Afghanistan, Bahrain, Bhutan, Oman, Nepal. So there are many countries, and I am told that tomorrow even Ethiopia and Nigeria is going to join. So this is the second series of the program, which we are running from February to April on 4 critical areas, as you see down below. This is the clinical trial network, which was happening yesterday. 5 consortium, different specialties, oncology, diabetology, rheumatology, ophthalmology, 36 hospitals consortium supported by National Biopharma Mission, and working with them for strengthening their clinical trial research capacity so that they can do better trials tomorrow. This is another program which we have been doing with NBM and BCIL of good clinical practice and good clinical laboratory practice. These are our key focus area usually. With ICMR, again, we keep on continuing programs in pipeline. We believe that regulations are very, very important, and people must understand what is the regulatory pathway. So we have teamed up or in collaborations with IIT Delhi's Innovation and Tech Transfer Office and supported by NBM. We have this program coming up in April 2021. I will request all of you to keep view on the CDSA website so that we will flash this when the entries open. We also work with Regulatory Forum with CCAMP, which is another DPT organization from Bengaluru. We realized that institutional biosafety training is very important. So we started with with our organization, and we conducted online programs with certification based, and this we are migrating to better programs and may be available to nation and international in days to come. Also, with World Health Organization, we are developing an e-learning course, which is on rational use of medical products. This is in pipeline in 2021. This is a program which has been completed its all homework, and it's been okayed by CDSA and the governing body. CDSA is a different governing body, and by the Department of Biotechnology, this MSc clinical trial programs will be launched, which will be co-led by CDSA and CMC, well awarded by RCB, which is our institution regional center for biotechnology, and this will be supported by the Medical Research Council at the clinical trial unit of University College in London. So These are the online learning management system that we have embarked upon. I think with the new normal, we have realized the power of connecting together, even we are miles away. So we have different systems. We have remote proctoring exam softwares built on artificial intelligence and machine learning. We have been conducting those exams constantly, and this has been now seamlessly merged with the learning management software. What we did for other people as well. So CDSA developed clinical trials toolkit, which is available in the link you can see, and where this toolkit actually is a very dangerous word in today's time because of the news that we are hearing. But this was developed in 2019, and long ago, and has been we have been working on that to ensure that it is updated. It's a dynamic document, and you can see whatever are red in color are mandatory requirements as per regulatory trials, and this just helps how to ensure that you do not make those mistakes. So this is freely available in CDSA website. We also have two more areas to offer, which is Create and EC. Create is a platform which is done with Foresee and PATH and supported by MRC CTU at University College of London. These are helpful in ensuring that you have all translations help, all kinds of support that you require for ethics committee to function well. Also, we have a digital platform called EEC, Electronic Ethics Committee, and this is freely available as of now. It follows the MAECI guidelines, and its servers located in India, of course, because we are very concerned about it, and it's very safe and secure. It's your platform. So, and then these are those advantages, which I will not go deep into. These are all ICMR common form that we developed along with collaboration with ICMRs, and are available and are put in the EEC platforms. These are all helpful for the people who are in ethics committee, who are into trials. Then we realized by doing GCP training again and again that we as an organization which is meant for very small people cannot cater to the entire national demand. So we climbed up the ladder, thinking that some trainings are bad, some are okay, some are good. We started standardizing those, and then we benchmarked to something called GCP PCS, Good Clinical Practice Professional Certification Scheme. First time globally, as per the international standard of ISO 17024, developed by CDS and THST as the scheme owner. We have just planned to launch it. Now we have 5-6 applications in pipeline to begin with, and training institutes and the personal certification bodies are two of the areas. This is my last slide, which is not related to training at all, but we have been working in other areas where I come from. We also monitor, so we are awarded with the Quality Council of India's DL Shah Award in Gold category for our role in quality initiative and continual improvement in monitoring India's first and world's biggest comprehensive national nutrition survey by UNICEF. Thank you so much. And this is the last slide, which Dr. Kang wrote to us, that till we win. And I always feel that till we win this capacity to enhance the capacity and capability of the organization, we will keep on working. So if you ask me, are we doing enough? I will say, are we working hard? I said, we are working more than what we can actually deliver, 24/7, all days a week. Being an organization of government nature, I have never seen such an organization working like that. But are we working enough? I'll say no. There are so much things to do, and we are just a drop in the ocean. We have miles to go before we sleep. Thank you so much.